Good evening.
Good evening.
We are live. It's Wednesday, February 5th. We're down a man.
Yes.
He has elected to go on vacation this week, so we're going to try to hold it together.
Yes, we will. We'll do our best.
We'll do our best. We have no intro music. That's his gig.
Yes, it is.
So we'll go with no music.
No music.
But we got a lot to say.
We do. That's for sure.
We got a lot to talk about. A lot.
Yes.
A lot of stuff going on. Hey, what's the popcorn all about?
Oh, it's gonna be a fun show tonight. We're bringing the popcorn tonight. People are gonna be in entertainment. We got popcorn. You got to have some fun tonight because it's gonna be. There's a lot to talk about.
There is a lot to talk about. There is a lot to go over.
Not to mention how horrible that parade was today for the Kansas City Chiefs. That was. I mean, Kelsey should be ashamed of himself.
So apparently, they were a little bit light on fans as well.
Fans? I had more people at my graduation than they did there. My God.
Well, I guess the best thing is there's more fans at the Mummers Parade than there were at the Chiefs Parade.
It's a good thing because that with that idiot,
he's watching.
He's watching.
He's watching. So keep it clean.
With that idiot driving that car through the barricades. I mean,
How about that?
I mean, nobody got hurt. Thank God, because nobody was there. he thought it was a regular day.
Oh gosh.
But that's all they're going to talk about. Oh, this was the biggest crowd we had.
So apparently, Jason was wearing a $20,000.
Travis, his brother.
Travis,
yeah.
Sorry, Jason. Travis was wearing a $20,000 coat.
Versace, or was it, or whatever?
Versace coat.
Yeah.
Which it's doable.
Yeah. Not my style, but hey, go for it.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
Think of a lot better things to spend 20 G's on.
Okay, a better speech for one. I mean, that's all you've been talking about for a month now, how his speech was going to be better than his brother's speech.
So I got a question, and I need you guys that are on board. I need confirmation that Jason was there with his brother.
I seen it.
It sure looked like him. Looked like him. Why would he be? Why would he be in the parade with his? I know they're tight. I get it.
I mean, they have their family members.
But Travis wasn't with Jason 2 years ago.
Right.
I mean, So I need confirmation. If anybody out there can.
He was smoozing right with Mahomes. He wasn't even with his brother. He was
right. Probably wanted some autographs.
Might have been.
Yeah. He was probably looking for some autographed footballs or something.
Yeah. I mean, supposedly, I think they were saying that he gave a speech to the team or something a little bit at halftime, or
yeah,
there was something. Really? I caught something while we were watching the parade, and I wasn't sure.
They pulled out all the stops.
Yeah, and because one of the players was surprised that they never heard a speech like that before, and well, of course, he's a Philly guy, not a Kansas player. Or Missouri. Sorry.
You know what? I find it. I can't rip him. I love Jason, and
he's
a big time family guy, and if he's there supporting his brother, and
then plus he was there with Andy Reid,
I guess
it was all, but look, he was partying pretty good.
How about speaking of Andy? How about Andy and his comment about spending the night with his trophy
wife?
Huh? How about that?
I guess he was in the doghouse there for a little while. Now
he was smoozing up to her. Huh?
Yeah, I guess so.
What's her name? Tammy.
Tammy. The season's over now. He's got to go home. he's gonna be nothing to do for the next 3 months.
Good Super Bowl. Did you enjoy it?
No, it was a great Super Bowl. I mean,
You win any money?
No. We were close, but nothing.
Me either.
With a couple of block pulls, but I mean the 49ers made a liar out of me, though. I mean I didn't think they would given that much of a lead, I didn't think they would give it up like they did, and they did just like the other teams. I mean, 21 points in the last 7 minutes of the game. That was crazy. I don't know.
They folded up.
They did.
They folded up.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it during the game. Shanahan blew the game at halftime, not going for points there and letting the clock run out, and he ran scared, because the Chiefs had 3 timeouts with a minute 43 left, and he was getting the ball back, and he didn't want to give them any time. Like,
right?
Come on, be aggressive there. Go score, and then you were getting the ball back after half. You could have doubled up there.
So I saw an interesting stat today that the Eagles are the only NFC team to have won a Super Bowl in the last 5 years, I believe it is.
Yeah, probably.
That's
yeah. And until was it Mahomes that threw the first touchdown? Yeah, I guess it was Mahomes. Until then, it was Nick Foles was the last person to throw a touchdown in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that kept popping up.
Yeah,
that kept popping up all during the game.
Yeah,
but you're right, Joe Stinger, Kansas City. You were right on that.
Yeah.
Hopefully, you cash some winning tickets.
Yeah, I mean they had the best team. It was good. Another one, Stephanie there joining on. She was another Kansas City fan there, liking them.
Yeah, so it's it's interesting. Kansas City. Andy got his trophy.
Yeah, good for him.
He's good. He's good to go now. And he was talking today about going back to back.
Yeah. I guess he didn't learn from Dougie P there talking about this is the new norm. He doesn't. I guess he doesn't see 9-7, 8-8 coming.
Going to be difficult. Yeah. Always is.
Oh yeah, coming back.
Always is.
Coming back afterwards.
Always is. But can we go over some business?
Absolutely.
Go over a little business. So speaking of football, this Saturday we've got a couple Penn State boys, Blair Thomas and Brad Scioli.
We are.
A couple Penn State guys. Blair was a first-round pick with the Jets. Brad played with the Colts. We got a couple of great photos of him.
Second, Brady.
Doing a number on Brady. So them stories should be pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So that's this Saturday from 1 to 2:30. They'll be here at the store. And then I guess the real big one that everybody's been talking about is Bernard Marcel Perrant. We know him as Bernie.
Yep.
Will be at PJ Willihan's next Wednesday night with hopefully a lot of you guys.
Yes.
It's always a good following out there. It's always a good show. So we're really looking forward to that. And I just wanted to mention that we just got confirmation from Kim Perrant and Jody Smith, who own and operate Biscuit Tea.
That's awesome.
That they will be in the house and they will be bringing product to sell. Hopefully they've got some extra Oscar Strong T-shirts.
215,000 they already have raised.
About that.
That's amazing.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Kudos to them. That's big props.
Yeah.
Big props to them. That goes without saying. All that Bernie gives back. And
right. Oh yeah.
Always has, always will. So we're looking forward to Biscuit Tea being in the house with us.
Mm-hmm.
We'll try to get them set up in a good spot so people can go over and support them and the Oscar Strong Foundation that they're donating all this money to. So props to them. Great job.
Shirts look nice.
Yeah, they do. I own a purple one.
Yeah.
They just came out with another orange one.
Oh, I saw that they had the purple one. Is that all they?
The purple sold orange. Out.
Oh, okay.
And now they've redone it in the orange.
Nice.
Orange and black. So I need to grab one of those as well. So that's next Wednesday night. Bernie Perrant, his lovely wife Jeannie will be on board with us as well.
Yes, she will.
She's there to keep him in check. So that's next Wednesday night. And then following out the month of February, we've got Hall of Fame wrestler Tito Santana
Right here.
coming to the store. So we go outside the box every once in a while. We're not just Philly flavor.
Yeah.
So we got Tito here. I've got a great edit that was put together by our guy Brad. So I'm pretty excited about that. And they were delivered today as well.
Yes.
So we've got them plenty early. So that's Saturday, February 22nd. And then the day before I leave for Clearwater.
Rubbing it in, aren't you?
Yeah, but wait. Let me finish because I'll get back to that. Dagwood's Pub, March the 4th.
Yes.
We've got our buddy Vince Papali joining us. Always great stories, always a good time. So we're looking forward to that.
Yeah.
You're leaving for Clearwater next weekend, so don't give me any crap.
But I didn't rub it in.
But you're out before me,
I know.
and Mario's out before both of us.
I know. He didn't get the schedule, I guess, that they weren't playing right now.
Hopefully he's having a good time.
Oh, I'm sure he will.
Hopefully he's relaxing.
Yes.
Little relaxation.
Get rid of the stress.
Get rid of the stress. He gets his sinuses all straightened out.
Yeah.
Good for him.
No pollen down there.
Kudos to him. Well, there is pollen. There is pollen. First comment of the night. Nice, John.
Nice.
Nice.
See, I guess that's no pollen.
First shot fired. So you're leaving for Clearwater. How long are you going to be gone?
Tuesday.
You're back Tuesday?
Yeah, got to get back for the show.
Oh, so you will be available for the show?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I'm just checking. Just checking. You know,
No,
I gotta make sure all the chairs are filled.
Gotta get the camera going in the back.
I gotta.
Somebody's got to make you guys look pretty.
Beautiful down here. There you go. See, he's rubbing it in now.
Yeah, it's good. You know, it's not an easy job making you just
say hi to my kid in Clearwater. That would be one Connor Brogdon.
Yes.
So we will.
Yeah, we'll meet up, Joe. That's for sure. I need to be showing around how to go, and I definitely would be saying hi to Connor. Yeah, JD Hammer. Yeah, today got DFA'd. Hopefully he'll be back.
Kid's got a big arm. I just hope that.
Yeah, they just threw him into the deep water way too early last year. That wasn't fair for him.
We ready to talk Phillies?
Absolutely.
Spring training's what, a week away?
Less than a week.
Less than a week. Pitchers and catchers.
Yeah.
A lot of guys are already down there.
Yeah.
You know, they're down there. They're getting their minds right. And,
yeah.
You know, working out on the backfields. I've been seeing a lot of. I know Joe Stinger's probably down there almost every day.
Yeah. Yeah. You see the picture with him down there.
You know, that's awesome. Good. You know. I know if I was an hour away, I'd be there every day too.
Right. Oh yeah.
But
as long as my body allows me, I'll be there every day when I'm down there from Saturday to Tuesday.
Can't wait for them grouper sandwiches. Mario, you into grouper sandwiches? Come on, buddy. So
that's the big talk, Nick. Chris Bryant.
We talked about this today. Whether we want
Arenado or
so we kicked it around.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I don't know that you can really go bad with either one. You know, I mean, Arenado's at least under control for 8 years instead of 2. You know, I mean, but
I think there's a little more offense there. I mean, I know Bryant can play third base. He can play the outfield.
If need be.
You know what I mean? I'm only worried about the hot corner.
Yeah.
I'm only worried about the hot corner, but I just think, man, what a big piece in that lineup.
Yeah, either one of them.
If they could figure that out.
I mean, he's Harper's buddy, Bryant, so that, you know, hopefully wouldn't be a problem with wouldn't be a problem re-signing them. Not that you're not going to have to pay them, but you're still hopefully would be able to work it out within those 2 years.
Well, apparently that seems to be a little bit of an issue with the Phillies nowadays in taking care of their, their superstars.
Yeah, we would have thought JT would have been done by now.
What do you think? What do you think the real the logistics there of not getting this done now versus letting it go. Is arbitration to Friday?
No, I thought it was like maybe like 2 more weeks away. I thought it was about
so they're going to go
right up to the 11th hour.
fast forward. They're gonna go right up to the 11th hour and then get a deal done.
Hopefully,
for now, for a year or so.
well, hopefully they do it like they did with Nolan.
Well,
sign them for.
Yeah, exactly. But I
You know,
can't see
but-
them sitting down and you take too many outside pitches.
Right,
And
exactly.
really,
Yeah,
really serious. I just can't. I can't envision that.
yeah.
You're going to sit there and you're going to pick his game apart after what he put on the field last year.
Too many slow guys ran against you. That was the problem.
Yeah,
That's why you
right.
threw out so many guys.
Yeah.
It wasn't because
Yes.
you're the best. You get the quickest release and all that they won't be putting out there. Yeah, I don't.
It's going to be a heck of a package to get either one of them, break either one of those guys loose.
Yeah.
You're going to have to. You're going to have to.
Well, Arenado, I don't know if it will because he's fed up with Colorado now because
But they're still going to want chips back.
Well-
You can't. They're not going to give them away.
it's going to be Bohm's going to be the guy that's going to be the centerpiece of that deal with either one of those
So
two.
Bone, Kingery, and what? Medina.
Yeah, I mean, like we were saying, that's probably what they're going to need the Kingery thing, but
It's kind of like the JT trade a year ago when
Right.
when you let
Sixto go.
Sixto and Alfaro and there was another minor league pitcher.
Yeah,
right?
Will Stewart.
Um,
I mean, I would like to see if you can do it with a 4-for-1 with Bohm, Adam Hazley instead of Kingery, and then Vinny Velasquez and Medina. Do the 4 of them.
4 pieces that
A team like Colorado could use.
2 of the 4 haven't made it to the big show yet. Velasquez has kind of been a little bit of a suspect,
Right, but Well, his fastball might work better in Colorado where he doesn't have to worry about his break because he says he doesn't
it'll
use a
just
breaking
leave the
ball.
park quicker.
It's well, the Sox did give bets away because they had no control of them. They had to do something, and then they gave them away also because they gave Price away. So
Yeah,
they ate all that money.
Yeah, they
The
just
$96 million
Yeah.
wasn't for nothing.
yeah.
It's
Dodgers like sure come to Hollywood.
right. Yeah, they're not worried about the luxury tax.
No. Yeah.
Not
a little bit.
and that's the
Let's get back to this JT thing for a minute, if we could.
yeah.
Because it appears, like the baseball people, a lot of people that we know that are true diehard Philly fans, and we're having a tough time swallowing the fact that why they're not getting him signed.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's is there that big of a play between what the agent's asking for? Because I know JT's made a couple of comments about upgrading the catcher spot. It's not the position that gets treated fairly.
Right, and that's why that's why he's doing the arbitration thing. And,
I mean, there's been a couple of good catchers recently that have gotten paid.
Right.
Yachty's gotten paid. Perez, who?
Grandale's gotten paid.
Yeah, he got. Yeah,
I mean,
you
lesser
know,
deals, but
and I mean, but these
big
guys,
dollars.
these guys are getting paid.
yeah, Perez. and
I just hope that there's not something stupid behind the scenes that angers either. I'm not worried about the Philly side. I'm more worried about the JT side, where he says, "Well, maybe I need to test free agency."
Well, that's the problem with them not going for it. You're going to end up being like in a Nolan Arenado situation where, hey, you guys said you're going for it, and you're really not going for it. Like you're putting your foot in the deep water, but you're not, going in. You got Girardi, you got Zach Wheeler, and then you stopped. And then you got 35 other guys that are off the scrap heap that you're hoping that are going to make something, that are major league guys, but they're on, the scrap heap for a reason. That you're signing the minor league deals. You're not even signing the, major league deals.
Well, you got to have a AAA team.
Well, you do, but that's the only reason why you're getting them is because you're giving them the invite to the major league camp. But
yep,
it's yeah, I don't know. I think the longer it goes, it might push JT away or at least test the free agency. And
I mean, everything he's been saying, it doesn't appear to be that way. He seems to be. I mean, he's in camp early.
Oh yeah, no.
You know what I mean? He's getting his work in. It appears that he's not letting it bother him.
Well, it's either 10 or 12.4. It's going to be a record deal for arbitration. No matter which way they go.
But as Philly fans, we want to see him get a long-term deal. Right. We want to see him get the security that he deserves.
Right. Oh yeah, lock him up, and then hey, that's one less piece that I have to worry about.
Right.
What I mean? That's because we have holes. You got.
So last year, there was always talk, from the former manager that, we need to get him off his feet. This, that, and the other thing. I mean, is that? He doesn't remind me of a guy that wants or needs rest as long as he's healthy. He get nicked up at the end of the season.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it seems like the more he plays, the better he is.
Yeah, and it's not a slight to him. I don't think he's a first baseman because he doesn't have the power to say, "Oh, you're gonna be, 3 years from now you'll be our everyday first baseman." His value is because he's a catcher and he's the best catcher in baseball, offensively and defensively. Kenny, he's super talented. He can play at other positions. But if he wants to get that, good money, I think he's going to get that big money being a catcher.
He's a 5-tool player.
He
does everything.
Right.
I mean, he's the best catcher in baseball. Right. No.
Oh, absolutely. No, he definitely is.
I mean, either Lake.
Right. No.
I mean, he gets it done.
No, when we were talking to him here, that's what we told him. I mean, he's the best catcher. He is, and he proved it last year. I mean, there's no ifs and ands or buts about it. I mean, he's the best there is, and
so why what is it? And I probably need to talk to Mark Klingman, who's Carlos Ruiz's agent,
mm-hmm.
and get the inside skinny on, what these negotiations are about.
Yeah.
How does this, where is this? What can you, we need to have him on the show.
There you go.
We need to have him call in and talk to us and give us the inside scoop on, how these transactions,
really work,
start, the middle of the road and where they finish.
Right.
I mean, he's, he had Carlos all his years.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it'd be interesting to get his take on all of this.
Yeah.
From an agent standpoint.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That kind of thing. It'd be interesting to hear. I mean, he can't talk about JT because obviously he don't represent him.
No.
But I mean, at least
he knows the ins and outs of their
right. How you get to are you still working on a deal even though you're going to arbitration? Are you
right.
I mean, is it as friendly or is there some some slinging back and forth?
Oh, I'm sure sure there is.
But what's your take? Barring they don't make any trade for a third baseman, you got 3 guys that are going to split third, short, and second, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hoskins is going to play first, right? You got Harper in right. As of right now, you've got Adam Hazley in center, McCutchen in left. JT's behind the plate, right? So there's really not a whole lot of job openings,
no,
right?
Not
so
really.
you're basically looking for bench strength.
Yeah, bench guys. Possibly. Yeah, if you're not getting a third baseman or a center fielder.
Does Bohm have any shot of making this team?
No,
out of spring training? Does he? I mean, what's it going to take? What's it going to take for him to make this team out of spring training?
just play a solid third base, not a Gold Glove third base, but play.
Right.
Make the routine plays that you're supposed to, and then he will he should make it. But that's where the Phillies need to. It's easy for us to say and when we say get rid of Bohm, it's not because we're getting rid of him for me to play third base.
Right.
You're getting probably arguably the two best guys out there in Arenado and Bryant as replacements for him that have been proven for 5 years. I mean, Arenado is what we were looking at 6-time All-Star, 5-time Gold Glover, and a 4-time Silver Slugger, and he's only 28 years old. I mean, so you're only going to lose. I think Bohm was 23, 24. So you're not losing like a lot of age by doing it. You got a guy that's proven versus a guy that's got huge upside in Bohm with as far as his
It's
bat.
going to be interesting.
It's
going to be interesting. I guess he's probably the big piece to watch over the course of the next month.
Yeah, him and Spencer Howard. Depending on if they're going to move. I mean, Howard they were saying doesn't have as many innings, like 160 innings or so, probably this year, 170 innings. So he'll be on the pitch count a little bit. So he may not be as pushed right away. But he'd be a guy to watch, at least in the spring training, just to see what he can do, because he'll be there in Major League camp to see what he does against major leaguers.
So you've got a lot of veteran guys, older guys, scrap heap guys, as you call them. Guys that are being brought in for, basically, a shot.
Yeah,
that could end up, at AAA or be part of this 40-man eventually.
Right. Oh no, of course.
You know what I mean? Because you gotta, you're gonna have injuries. You need backups. You got to have guys.
Mm-hmm.
Nick, it's interesting. I don't know where he would start. I would think Lehigh Valley.
Yeah, I would think probably Lehigh.
I would think Lehigh Valley to get his work in every fifth day and stay on the, just stay focused and
probably on maybe a five inning,
5-6 innings every outing.
Yeah, just to keep this so you can go longer.
Just be ready, right?
Yeah.
Just be ready for when that call comes.
Exactly.
But anybody else jump out at you? Any other names that we need to be looking at for? I know they signed who? Josh Harrison.
Yeah.
Right? They signed 3 or 4 backup type players.
Yeah, I mean they're all bench guys. I mean I don't see any of those guys. Nobody's going to take the starting position. I don't.
Barring injury, you know how that goes.
Well, of course, but I'm just saying
I mean?
I don't think there's going to be a Josh Harrison, for instance, going to be a starting position anytime soon.
Well, no, not when you got
with everybody else there,
and 3 guys that can fill that void pretty much, but you still
right. I mean, and the other reason too, you're going to have to go get Bryant or Arenado is because the Nationals are the other team it's between you and the Nationals. So if you don't get them,
they will,
and then you're going to be like, now you got those the Nationals, then you got the Dodgers that just went out and got Betts and everybody else. So now you're at best third, and then you got the Central. With the Cardinals getting better and stuff.
What are the Astros going to do now that they got
Dusty Baker?
Now that they had their trash cans taken away from them.
And they still got talent.
Oh, it's a talented team. It's a talented team, no doubt.
And I think they'll have a chip on their shoulder.
I'm curious just to see how they play. With or without the microscope of all this going on.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
But they might. I mean, if they do it right, they'll use that as fuel for the fire to, hey, look, we could do it without it. It was, it's our talents that was doing it. And
Yeah, good old Davey. Davey will be back in Florida next week.
I like to catch up with him.
Pitchers and catchers,
Yeah.
you get to talk to him first.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah, Davey Gruyan. He's still there. We'll see. We'll see what happens. They signed another catcher, right? That Bentoncourt.
Yeah.
Right.
From was it Milwaukee?
So
seems like we're getting a lot of Milwaukee players and a lot of Pittsburgh players.
I don't know. A lot to look at there, but Joe's made the comment. Several news agencies, he goes, we can compete as long as we stay healthy.
Oh no, they have. That's the problem. That they're so close. That I just think they're a little short. I think they're, like we talked, they're going to be an 85 to 90 win team. And is that going to be enough? That's the problem. I just think we're going to end up falling a little short.
Well, like I
unless a couple guys have
career years,
right?
A couple guys step up.
Yeah.
Like I tell you all the time, I put high expectations on them every year.
Right.
You know what I mean? These guys get paid a lot of money to play a game. It's a kid's game.
Oh no.
They get paid a lot of money,
yeah.
And I just, you can't afford to take at bats off. You can't take a pitch off. You gotta bring it. What's that?
A road game.
You gotta bring it every night.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You gotta bring it every night. I need to have 8 Bryce Harpers on my team.
Right.
The guy's out of the box, and he's on second base before the outfielders even thought about throwing the ball into second.
Right.
And, we just don't have enough of that. Not just with the Phillies. I just don't see enough of that in baseball.
Oh, no, true.
Guys that – and I know, he's getting paid a lot of money, but I also know the mentality there with him.
Right.
So –
yeah, he gets it.
I'm looking at a big year from Bryce.
Oh, yeah.
I really am. I'm looking for a big year. I hear Joe Dillion's already working with Rhys Hoskins, to get his swing back.
I think it's going to be a big year, for them offensively. It's just we're stable with, like I said, we're stable now at manager. That the moves, whether or not they actually work out.
Well, it's a manager that we can all relate to.
Right.
You know what I mean? He says all the right things. He does all the right things. Mm-hmm. The players want to play for him.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I'm just, I just think we need to play sound fundamental baseball. You know what I mean? You can't, like I said, you gotta get out of the box and you can't be.
Oh yeah.
But I think, they've gotten rid of some guys that have lingered around here for years.
True.
You know what I mean? So now it's time to move on. It's a new decade.
Yeah, true. Literally.
You know what I mean? So it's time to move on, and it's time to move on because we gotta catch up on some other bad things going on in this town.
That's what the popcorn's for.
Where do you want to go? I'll leave it up to you.
I'll
leave it up to you.
Sixers are going to be ugly, so we'll let them go last.
Sixers are ugly. That's a mess. That's a mess.
That'll take up the rest of the time what we have.
That's a mess. What's
it's 5 after
7:05.
Yeah, we got to let the Sixers go.
You want to go Eagles and their new offensive coordinator?
Yeah. Well, what's this all? We're throwing pixie dust out there and
pixie dust.
I mean, come on. We're reinventing.
Age.
We're reinventing. It's Gabe Kapler all over. We're reinventing baseball.
Oh boy.
I mean, hopefully it works. But you're gonna have three guys now making our offensive plays out, and Doug Peterson's calling it. So he's the witch that's still steering the brew with all the.
I haven't had a lot of time to dissect it, nor do I have to. I just hope Deuce Staley has a bigger role.
Yes.
A bigger role in the offense.
Mm-hmm.
He's done a great job with the running backs.
Oh yeah.
the past several years. Whoever the group of running backs are, he's done a great job.
Absolutely.
So, based on, the running game department over here, the passing game coordinator over here, it just seems like, hopefully they get in Doug's ear, and keep him fresh.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, because it seems like with guys not wanting to come here, it seems like Doug wants to be the smartest guy in the locker room there, and hopefully that's not the case. But
we're getting there, Mike Taylor. Give me a minute. We're getting there. We're getting there.
They don't have any issues. They're a playoff team. They're a playoff team.
But yeah. So really, not a whole lot with the Eagles right now.
Yeah, that's just a little head scratching with the way they're going with their coaching staff, and whether it's a cover up that nobody wants to be here with Doug, which, like we were talking, it's kind of hard to believe nobody would want to be here, but
yeah, it's got a little bit of a little craziness to it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I'm curious to
definitely out of the box
to hear from the organization, whether it's Doug or Howie or somebody somewhere along the line. I'm sure somebody will get somebody to speak.
Right.
We'll figure out what these new roles actually mean.
Yeah. Yeah. Because right before the show started, with a couple of other coaches were announced. So I don't know the names offhand. One was from the 49ers.
They're all going to blend.
They're collaborating.
Oh, that's right. That's the new word.
That's the new word of 2020.
Collaborate. Yes.
Yeah.
So speaking of collaborating, Flyers are playing some pretty good hockey. Got a lot of good young players.
Yes.
Boy, I'll tell you what. When it comes time to pay all them boys, holy cow!
Yeah,
man, it's gonna be.
Well, they're starting to pay some of them, a little bit at a time.
The head scratcher for me right now is Shane Gostisbehere.
Right.
That's the head scratcher right now, because when he comes back, who comes out?
Right.
Who do you take out of the lineup? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The power play, seems to be doing okay.
Yeah, and that was his specialty.
So what do you got for me, Mike Taylor? Who's it going to be? Looks like Memorial Day weekend for the beach. Jack Broder keeps it real. Who's it going to be? Who's coming out of the lineup, or do they trade? The Ghost? Do they finally find a trade partner and move that contract? That's a lot of money.
It is. No,
that's a lot of money. I know Montreal's had a love affair to try to get him up there. They're looking for a good young defenseman.
Haig sits for Ghost.
Yeah, is that who it's going to be? He's he's their he's the guy who hits.
Right.
I hate taking him out of lineup. Ghost don't hit nobody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm a big Haig fan. I mean, I know he has his lapses every once in a while, but I think he's gotten better. Yeah, Nolan Patrick's on the mend as well.
Yeah.
You can never have enough offense, though.
No.
You can never have enough snipers. Keep all 7 defensemen. Injuries happen. Okay. I mean, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Load up the box, play your best guys every night, and like you said, if somebody gets hurt, you always got that extra.
Yeah.
I think Elaine's doing a fabulous job.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
I just think he and Mike Yeo and who's the other coach, Michelle Terrien. I think they're doing a phenomenal job with this team. We're sitting right there at the playoff spot.
Yep.
You know what I mean, and going up.
Yeah,
going up. So
and he's taking control of the team. He's got them under control. Got them playing well. Hopefully, Girardi's going to do the same thing with the Phillies, and then we just got to worry about the other team.
So you're the love affair with Joe Girardi is real.
Absolutely.
You're okay. You're all hugs and kisses.
Oh yeah, he's
the man.
at least for like
The
year.
over under's 30 games before you throw him under the bus.
Well, take the over. Take the over because he's got at least a year or two. I mean, are we going to question? Yeah, there's going to be he's going to pull this guy out, and okay, you're going to have a play here and there because that's going to happen no matter who the coach is. You're going to always second guess him, and 9 out of 10 times we're going to be wrong anyway when we second guess them. It's but that one time we'll point it out though.
I'm sure you will.
But
you will make us fully aware. Of
but
the trials and tribulations of a Phillies manager.
Yeah, but no,
let's get back to the Flyers for a minute because Jack brought up an interesting. You're doing this with Brian Elliott taking the bulk of the, of being the goalie.
Yeah, but Lyon had a good game.
Lyon had a good game the other night. Yeah. I think he's eventually going to be a hell of a backup.
Right.
I don't know that he's ever going to get a shot here in Philly, with Carter Hart, but things are looking really good on that side of Broad Street.
Right.
That side of Broad Street, things are looking really good. Now you get on.
Well, that in the orange and black.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's another spot on Broad Street there over there that's not looking so good. But we'll stick with we'll still stick with the Flyers right now. But I'm just saying that there's two people. The other
team that shares that building.
Yeah,
not good.
No,
not good.
Their first round exit, just waiting to happen.
So Moose does deserve a lot of credit. He's played really well, but we're gonna since things are heating up over here, and my partner tonight can't wait to dive into the Sixers and their ugly attitude. What are you thinking?
It's time for Brown to go.
You think
he's lost them?
You think we need a change?
Yeah, because obviously you're not getting rid of all the players. Tomorrow's the trade deadline.
Tomorrow
at 3 o'clock.
Yep.
So you can't get rid of all the team. Brown. They walked away from the huddle when he's still talking. It's like, hello, guys, the plate.
Did he not kick the chair? When
he's a tough guy when nobody's around. That's the problem. It's like AV is the Flyers coach because I can't say his name.
It's all right. It's good. It's close enough.
He's taking the leadership of the team. Well, and that's what Jordy and that's
you want accountability,
right?
That's what you want.
And
Elaine called out his veteran players.
Right.
Earlier in the season. You guys are our leaders.
Yep.
You're making all this money for a damn reason.
Right.
You know what I mean? You need to be accountable. You need to show the younger players what we need done here.
Yeah, Brett Brown got tough with Thibault.
Go figure.
For a couple
Go
of bad
figure.
defensive plays.
Go figure.
That's the guy he decides to pick on.
It's just.
What do you think Simmons and Embiid are thinking about that? Oh, big deal.
Jack, did Elton Brand put this team together, or is he just carrying the GM title and it belongs to Brett Brown? Because that's where I'm going with this. That it's Brett Brown's team. Elton, you wear the suit, for the press conferences.
Right. You do all the legwork, and
I just, I just feel like this team was put together by Brett Brown. He's convinced this ownership group that, the twin towers of Al Horford and Joel Embiid is the greatest thing since David Robinson and Tim Duncan, which I don't see. I wish I could see half of that.
And Embiid's the problem. On the player side, Embiid's softer than
real soft. This just didn't start either.
No,
this is an ongoing process with him.
Well, again, and that's a good thing. Your segue there. I think it's the process. This is the results of the process. We went 5 years now telling the guys they're losers. And now all of a sudden we're saying, hey guys, you got to win. Well, Joel Embiid just got paid. He doesn't care I got my $175 million. And Simmons has got his $180 million. What do I got to do?
Ryan Hannigan brings up a good point. In a TJ McConnell who used to come off the bench.
Right.
He brought energy.
Exactly.
He brought energy. You're missing all that.
Yeah.
TJ McConnell, JJ Redick,
and Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler. I mean,
guys with marbles.
Can I get? You love saying that.
Well, I mean, it's a family show. Otherwise,
you love saying that.
There's another word I'd be using, but
hey,
you know what I mean? That's what you need. Somebody to get in your face. I mean, especially the last week. I mean, look how many teams are actually physically laughing at you all up and down the court the whole night. They're laughing at you that you're that pathetic while they're beating you by 40 points.
Brett Brown is the fall guy. How is that?
Well, he'll be the fall guy for it because.
Well, I mean, he put this team together. These are his handpicked guys. You know what I mean? This is the team he put together. I mean, you got rid of the past two general managers,
right? Oh, but
for various reasons.
He's not putting them in the position to win.
Coming from the basketball guru in San Antonio, Texas,
mm-hmm.
I have a tough time with this. I mean, that man just breathes basketball.
Oh, no, true. I mean, you just see that they're not doing what they're supposed to. Look how they've been that 10 games when Embiid was out.
I love that team.
Right.
There was energy. They were running the floor. The fast break was like I'd never seen before.
Well, Embiid slowed me, and I can't run.
Well, I don't go that far.
Well, I'll go that far at least for one sprint anyway, and then I'll be done for a week after that. But I mean, he's got longer legs than I do, so he can probably stretch it out a little bit more. But I mean, he's the problem. So he slows the team down, and the ball's got to run through him, and then Embiid, and then Simmons isn't any aggressive when he's there.
So Jimmy Butler looks like the
genius,
the smartest one in the bunch here because he knew, and he said, "I'm out."
Well, he knew it was them, and he also called out Brett Brown. That play's not going to work. When it makes the plays, it's like that's why it's
this
like
is a simple game,
right?
This is a really simple game, and I a couple people have mentioned on the board already. Too many egos. I mean, they're selfish, and they're. I understand there's one basketball, right? Your one guy doesn't want to shoot,
right?
The other guy can't shoot,
mm-hmm.
right? And the other one,
he plays when he wants to.
I'm not sure what he's doing.
Yeah.
Sometimes he comes down, other times he's tying his shoelaces.
Well, that's because he's breathing heavy. He's breathing heavily.
I don't. I mean, how can you play? And I know we've used the Christmas Day game as the landscape for how great they played on Christmas Day. But what's their record since Christmas Day? It's a losing record. It's been horrible.
That's because they've been playing on the road all the time.
It's terrible. I'm sorry. They're great at home,
right? For
whatever reason.
Well, because they're afraid of the fans. they know the fans will get on them. And that's the thing. They have the talent. They're that good. It's
no heart. Can't teach heart. You can't. What Joe Girardi say the other day? Check the damn egos at the door.
Right.
Check them at the door.
Mm-hmm.
I need players that want to play.
Right. And I think you see it that Simmons will do it. When Embiid's not there, type of thing. Like,
it's not pretty.
No,
it's not pretty. I can't imagine what tomorrow night's going to look like in Milwaukee. Two reasons. The first being, they're coming for you because they got embarrassed on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
And two, you're playing your worst basketball.
Yeah. Well, but you know what? Then tomorrow will be the day that they actually play. They'll show up and because that was the whole theory, and then they're built to beat Milwaukee. They're built.
Are they?
Well, for playoff time, when it comes to the playoff time, that's what the way they are, they could stop the Greek Freak. That they're built to beat them.
I mean,
but do they have the heart to do it? That's the
let's get back to Brett Brown for a second, because coaches are hired to be fired.
Right.
It's inevitable. I don't care what sport.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. It happens.
Yeah.
Where's the cutoff here? What's do they give him the full season? Do they let him get into the playoffs and see what happens and then make a change in the off season? This owner cannot be happy with this progress.
he was there sitting courtside.
He's at every game. He's at every game. He's as passionate an owner. He took this whole squad to the Super Bowl.
Right.
Right? They're in a private suite, the whole bit. You would think that they
would have bound them.
Come on, guys. Well, what? And this is the trash you put out on the court.
Well, that's the thing, that everything's given to these guys. They don't have to work for it. Brett Brown's not pushing them. Brett Brown's telling the media, could somebody tell Ben Simmons to take one 3-pointer a game? If you can't sit there and tell them yourself as the head coach of the team, then what are you doing there? It's like I said, I think it's all a culmination of the process. You have Brett Brown. He was trained to be a loser coach for 5 years. He can't win, even if he wanted to win. The players can't win if they want to win. You got Embiid that doesn't. He plays 12 games a year, and then he wants to play in the playoffs. It's just I don't know. I just think
you're no fun anymore. You're not beating anybody up.
Well, it's
I got a Snickers bar delivered to my house that could choke a horse.
Good.
And you're not beating anybody up anymore. You're in love with Joe Girardi. You're in love with AV. You're in love with.
That's where it kind of stops.
Well,
Dougie P.
You and Dougie kind of mend fences, and you got the hug affair going again.
It's a tough relationship. Like this, I got to be on Doug all the time, and then he gets better.
Yeah, but
Brett Brown.
As Lauren says, we need Job Philly fan.
Hey,
we need Job Philly fan, because that's where we get the emotion.
Yeah, well, it's it's just one of those.
So we're setting the over under on Joe Girardi at 30.
Yeah, that's a definite over. That's Gerard. What can he do wrong? Unless he throws, Harrison out there as the starting.
Have Neres start a game.
Right. Exactly.
That's what the other quack used to do, right?
That would be the only way you would question him. And then even then you would be like, well, it's got to be a good reason why he's doing it.
See the last comment. Come on, we want Angry John.
I'm here. It's just I'm just so beat down with them. It's with the Sixers anyway. The Phillies are my passion. And I love them, but I also hate them, because as far as that they're so close. I just want to sit there and just yell it like I did already with Middleton, and just tell them, dude, you're getting the wrong information from everybody. Everybody's here kissing your ass, telling you that you got the best team that you got, and you don't.
You see Nick's comment, get the trophy.
Yeah.
We didn't even talk fantasy football.
I know, that's why I had the popcorn. I was just going to sit here and eat the popcorn while you're talking about that.
We didn't even talk fantasy football.
I wonder why. Because somebody didn't win. That's why.
I won the season.
Yeah, but the playoffs is where
I won the season.
The season's,
Oh, see, we changed the rules.
You just try to get to the playoffs.
That's what the popcorn's for.
Gotcha. But
gotcha.
It's just
gotcha.
I don't know. It's just like with the. The Flyers did what they're, like you said, they made the change. They did what they're supposed to.
They cleaned house. They cleaned house. They got rid of everybody.
And
they brought in every new GM, new coach, new head coach, assistant coaches, new system. I need I got a homework assignment. I need to find out what happened to Derek
The equipment guy.
Sotomayor, the equipment guy. This has got to be the best kept secret ever. What happened there? Falling out after 14, 15 years.
Yeah, that doesn't happen overnight.
You know, his father was an icon.
Mm.
You know, in with the Flyers and the Broad Street Bullies all these years. And
Yeah.
you guys, anybody got any inside scoop? Any information? Anything leak out?
We might have a good inside source next Wednesday.
Yeah, Bernie. You know, Bernie's too lovable.
Well, I mean, not that he might tell out to the public, but at least that you might get. You might
but
get.
Derek was. I mean, he was there. He was there. The players loved him.
Yeah.
Players absolutely loved him. I'll private message you, Carl. I got the scoop. All right.
There you go.
Here we go.
There you go.
Yeah, that kind of threw me for a loop.
Yeah, you were talking about that when you saw that.
That kind of was like, wow, where'd that come from?
Yeah.
You know, like, you know, something personal. You know, like
that's the only thing I'm hoping that it's not. You know,
You know what
something
I mean?
serious personally wise.
Yeah.
That it was just.
yeah,
You know, I got to leave, and you know, because
Yeah.
that would be bad. I mean, it'd still be bad if it was just, hey, get the hell out of here now.
yeah.
You know, after this many years or whatever. But yeah, it's just I'm tough. Like I said, with the Sixers. I mean, I went off on the rant a couple days ago when you put that post after we lost to the Heat. You know, I mean, it's.
I don't know.
It's just.
I mean, you know, these young kids, you know, they're spoiled.
Right.
They're handed all this money, you
Mhm.
know, these big fat contracts that put them their lifestyles.
Oh.
I mean, that chain that Ben Simmons wears.
Yeah.
I mean, I can only imagine what that thing costs.
Right.
But that's over and above. You know, hey, you're God-given talent
Right.
to play a game. You know,
They just don't have the heart and the drive.
I just, you know,
They had it to get there.
does the coach need to sit them down individually?
I do.
You know, collectively, and say, look, guys, what are we doing here?
Yep.
You know, you're making me look foolish. You look foolish.
Right.
You know,
They think they can just flip it on and off like a light switch.
I don't.
And play when they want to play, and they're just coasting through the regular season,
Hey,
and then when it comes to the playoff time, they're gonna step it up and then go from there. I mean, it's sad.
it's extremely sad, and it's also sad that we're down to 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
You know, you and I held it in check for this week.
I hope so.
Hopefully, our buddy will be back next week. I just
Vacation time though.
yeah, but one of these days he's going to come home because he's been threatening us.
I know he's going to stay down there in Florida.
He's going to buy a place down there and he's going to stay down there. I can just see it coming. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you know he,
Yeah,
you know, he'll be a calling guest.
he might be.
You know, I can see it happening. I can see he's, you know, these quick little fast trips, vacation to Florida, hang out with my buddy,
Yeah.
you know, and oh, by the way, I'm looking for a property. You can see it coming.
And he's going back down again later on. When you're down there in March. So.
He'll be back. He'll be back down, and I'm 4 weeks out.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm 4 weeks out, and you know it's my yearly.
Oh yeah.
You know, my yearly jaunt to Clearwater.
to get out.
You know what I mean? So I'm,
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. But we're busy. We got a lot going on.
Mm-hmm.
Any card collectors out there? Topps Baseball Series 1 2020 just came out today. We've got a lot of product. So if you're into collecting cards, we've got you situated. You know, we're busy.
Yes.
We got a lot going on in February.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we got a great signing with a couple of Penn State players Saturday. Really looking forward to Bernie next Wednesday at PJ Willihan's.
Yep.
You know,
Tito.
Hall of Fame wrestler Tito Santana.
Mm-hmm.
Looking forward to that. He's got a new book out. He's going to be bringing that as well. You'll be able to purchase the book here and get it autographed.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to that. And
So you're gonna have a shirt on or off?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. You know, he's probably still cut.
Oh, I'm sure he is.
I'm sure he's still cut.
Him and Bob Acklin there.
But it's we're at the hour.
Yeah.
I appreciate you hold it down for Mario tonight.
Not a problem.
We did our best. We did our best. I think.
We tried.
You know, we'll be back at it next Wednesday night at PJ Willihan's, Newtown Square. Get there early. Hope to see you. Like and share our page. We'll be sending out plenty of reminders. Lauren takes care of all of our social media, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.
Yes.
We've been having some issues with Facebook and our Carl's Cards website, so bear with us as we try to work through that and figure out what Facebook is doing there. But check us out, carlscards.com, This Fan's View. John's always on Facebook with his rants, which are hilarious.
Tried to be.
So I'm out. I'm good.
Congratulations to Jim Wright. He was the fantasy football.
There you go, Jim Wright. I'm sure we'll see him next Wednesday night. Yep. So he comes to a lot of our shows. So congrats, Jim. Any other congrats?
No.
You. Yeah. I won the big one. That's what the popcorn was for.
The big one to play.
If the bag was open, I'd dump it on your head.
Is the big one the regular season or the playoffs? I don't know. Just asking the question. Just asking for a friend.
So then, why did I get the trophy?
Well, because we had to keep you from crying.
Have a good night, guys. Take care. See you next week.